Hello there and welcome back to SnowRunner. Yes, back on SnowRunner again with the same map that we've been playing for the last several Saturdays, or Sundays I should say, not Saturdays. Anyway, yeah, we are back with that and the modded map called Winter Wonderland by Mike Z or Mikey SnowRunner, um, however you wish to pronounce their name. Um, so yeah, it is, and all the information for that stuff is in the description section. If you wish to check out if you wish to check out this map for yourself, uh, and whatnot. So yeah, we're going to be continuing. Just right along here, and we're going to be doing a little bit of exploration to start with. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? I'd also like to mention too that every time you hear the audio cut out anywhere in the video, that's just me tabbing out to check my own videos recording, since my second monitor has been broken for months now. It's not getting repaired, so damn power supply went out on it. Yeah, so every time you hear the sound cut out, just like there, you may see a slight flash or whatever. But if that happens just like it did now, obviously, I'm alt tabbing just to check the time, make sure we're still recording, all that stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. Oh, also, I do. Some recent developments have happened with my PC, so I don't know what's going to happen next. We're gonna go down this road here until we get to this turn, and then we're gonna go up this way. We're going to do some exploring, just try and figure out where stuff's at, Just do some exploring of the map that we have not done yet. And you see my controller's still tracking left. So that's why I got the monster truck out, though, was so I could play on this map without going 2 miles an hour the entire way. Because the sneaky roads, the sneaky roads may look like asphalt, but they are not. I think it's hilarious. Yes, we're going to be continuing on this map, so should be fun, I think. Anyway, hopefully we'll get some rollovers and some dangerous driving and stuff like that. And if a certain mod author, certain mod map maker, whatever you want to call them, keeps tempting me, I might drop this map and go to their new one. If you read the comment section, you read all their comments about about their new upcoming map. I think it's out, something like that. And yeah, sounds like it could be interesting. So, but yes, if you would like to, we done passed it. Whoops. Let's head back. But yes, if you'd like to, if you have, if you're playing any of the maps made by this person, and you would like to get in touch with them, you can get in touch with them via one of the links below, or via the link below for mod.io, I believe it is. You can get in contact with them there. There's also some donation information, as well as more than likely, you can contact with them in the comment section of this video. That's fine too. I don't mind that at all. As I always say, all comments are welcome here. Except for, the obvious ones that break the laws that are in my country. So. But other than that, it's all completely free and open, pretty much. And every time I upload a video, I always select all comments. I do not approve them. So if you post if you're watching this and you post a comment on this video or any of my other videos, doesn't matter. But if you post a comment and a while later it's deleted, more than likely YouTube deleted your comment based off of their automated system. If your comment has any certain words or anything like that, I know YouTube definitely does shadow ban the comment itself. They don't say anything to you, the comment's just removed, and then you find out later by going incognito and onto this video, and you'll find that the comment is not there. I know, I've had it happen. And it could be the word of the day. You never know, man. Of course. Yeah, we're gonna get into this YouTube commentary a little bit too. Hey, look, a mission. What do we got? New endeavors. Oh, jeez. Come on, man. Oh, the politics. There we go. That was so over it 2 years ago. That's all I'm gonna say. Over the pandemic lockdown. No, and by the way, you're not at fault either. You're not at fault either. It just every time I hear about it, man, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's done and over with. I'm done. I'm done hearing about it. Over the pandemic lockdown, the family and I found a way to make neon signs like Las Vegas, baby. Okay. We need to expand immediately. Apparently, everyone in their man cave need one. What, a neon sign? But you figured out how to make one? I want to know how to make one. I freaking love neon stuff like that. I always liked the. Never mind, accept that. I always preferred the neon clocks. I always thought those were cool. And if I owned an automotive shop, you know damn well I'd have some neon clocks around. I'd also have that one sign that, I forget. Hello there, little vehicle. Oh, they got a trailer. That's not good. A trailer sitting down there. What did they do? Fail? Did they try going up this road? Skitters McGee. Is that a reference to me or something? It's just like, oh, I can't get up the road, and then all of a sudden, no, and you're done. You're ruined. Oh, jeez. Get out of here. And let's read this mission. Our employee lost control of the Dan and the 5 slots trailer. I don't know. I probably would have worded that lost truck. Yeah, exactly. Lost control of the truck and flatbed trailer. I don't know. Well, maybe they say it, but get your recovery boots on and grab a hot chocolate. Add Bailey's? I don't know what that's a reference to. Add Bailey's? I'm not sure. You'll have to let me know. I suppose somebody will. Sure. But yeah, I don't know. So, what are they wanting? Oh my gosh, you are in a wee bit. Oops. I'm trying to get to there. You're in a little bit of You're in a little wee bit of trouble here. Yeah, just a wee bit. I'm gonna have to fix it, aren't I? Like I can't get in it. How did the kingpin get broken? Oh, wait a minute, what? Um, there's no fifth wheel on that. Uh, how is he hauling that? Alright then. I changed that. I don't think I can change that truck now. Alright. Let's see if monster truck Chevy can pull this dude out of this ditch or out of falling off the cliff here. Damn near. He just went down, man. Oh, there we go. Come on. You got it. Let's go. The monster truck. Like doing a wheelie most of the time. There, now I can get at it. This is a modded truck, so it's a little bit OP, but it does make sense though. Um, the way this thing is built. Of course, doing something like that, I might have blown the tires instead, but yeah. Don't underestimate a monster truck, man. If it's built correctly. Uh oh. Grab it. No! No, 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 no. Aw, you bastard. Okay, let me let go here. Just rolled. Okay, yeah. Now that makes sense. That if I could pull this out of here, this mod is definitely OP because there's no way a little. I mean, that trailer that was probably feasible with the snow and the mud and stuff, but this truck probably weighs 2 to 3 times more than this pickup does, or more than that actually. It probably weighs more than that, but yeah. Um, There's no way this silly little pickup's going to be able to pull this big thing out of here. Oh. It's alright. Accidentally pressed B. Come on! Wait, can I start the engine? Oh, I can. Okay. Come on, buddy. It just started up. Turn here. I think I'll take it down this hill over to where it's more flat. But yeah, even if this was pulling this big truck like that, it would definitely be doing a wheelie. It's kind of doing it. Never mind. It is doing a wheelie. Okay. I'm just pulling it over here so it's easy to get to. But yeah, definitely. Maybe not OP. Maybe not that OP. I mean, because the truck was driving under, or was backing up under its own power. I was just merely helping it control to keep it from sliding. But I would say OP definitely with the trailer though. I mean, I might have been able to move it a little bit, but maybe not as far as I did. There's no fifth wheel on that. Yeah, like I said, we're just going to do some exploring so we can find some more missions and stuff. Yeah, because this thing weighs, well, with all the added extra, it might weigh closer to a ton. You know, but this pickup is originally a half-ton. Just a little half-ton pickup. Based on the design and stuff, that's more than likely it was, I mean, they made several of these. The one I have, that's the Chevy Silverado, I have the off-road version, the Z71, I guess you could say. Oh, I guess I should have delivered it. This is, what about the trailer, though? Is the trailer just mine? Or? Yeah, maybe I should have helped it along. Just pulled it up the road here. Well, helped pull it up the road. Well, we got it in position, so we should be able to do that pretty easily. This is just up the road. It's where we're going. Might as well. Yeah, the version I have, though, is the Z71 off-road. It's the four-wheel drive. I mean, that's what off-road means, but, you know, the Z71 body style, I guess. Or whatever the hell it is. I really don't care about accurate information on that point. All I know is it's got the off-road suspension in it and stuff, so it's really stiff and annoying when driving. But it's gotten wore out over the time, just over time and stuff like that. And before you ask, yes, mine is pretty much all original. I'd say the only thing that's not original is the roll bar and the lights I put in the back of it in the bed. I put a roll bar and lights, big old thick, freaking, oops, big old thick roll bar with LED lights. I got 7 of them, I think. Is it 7? Yeah, it's 7. I got 7 LED spotlights. They're yeah, because you know the old lights that people would put on their vehicles with the roll bars and stuff. They put the round ones, kind of like how those are in this brush guard here in the front. It's a bit of a push bar too, but it's mostly a brush guard. At least that's its intended use on the front of this truck. But I put rectangle ones, small little rectangle. They're like 6 LED little rectangles, so that it matches the headlights. Because if you look at the front headlights of this thing, they're rectangle. So I wanted lights that reflected that. And then the older vehicles, you would have the round headlights. You put the round lights on the roll bar. You know, stuff like that. Anyway, that's about the only thing that's not original in it. I like original equipment. I do not like to put bigger stuff. Just because I'm a vehicle mechanic, that's because you know the implications of putting aftermarket stuff that isn't for the vehicle originally. You know the implications of doing that is not good in the long run in a lot of cases. Like a lifted truck like this is professionally lifted, so it's going to work as intended, but the lifts that most people put on their pickup trucks are like wood blocks, or you know, they get like a cheap lift kit from eBay or Amazon or you know, something like that, right? Or maybe Speedway even. I'm sure they sell some cheaper or cheap man's lift kit. And then they'll put, you know, bigger tires and stuff like that. Well, since the vehicle wasn't designed for that, they often don't change a lot of the suspension parts. They just change a few bits here and there, if even that, or they just add in parts that lift it up. Well, that prematurely wears on the rest of the suspension, the stuff that's original. But yeah, this suspension kit here is actually built for being lifted like this. It's built to be. It's basically a rock climber's kit, essentially. It's for a professional sport, essentially. Uh-oh. Oh. Hmm. Wait. You put a shortcut here, kinda. Hmm. We might have to try to take that. We'll see. Well, it says deliver, refuel, deliver, refuel, and deliver. Maybe it's deliver the trailer, refuel, and deliver the truck. Maybe that's what that means. And the game's just not putting the text in correctly. But yeah, you always want to, if you're going to do something radical like that, I call that radical. It is a bit crazy to do that to a vehicle. But yeah, if you're going to do something like that, expect to either expect to have problems or do it professionally. Get it professionally done. Get the proper parts for it. Yes, it's going to cost you several $1,000s, way more than the vehicle's worth, but if you want to do it, get it professionally done. Because you're looking at the future of your vehicle. I mean, unless you don't care about it, you want it to look cool, but don't care if it gets ruined in the long run. I mean, that's why some people look at their vehicles. To me, a vehicle's like, I guess that goes without saying, being a big car mechanic and stuff. I don't know how I get started on these little talks with certain people. It's really weird. I could bullshit with the best of them sometimes. Depends. Oh, we went past it. Oh, what? Where was this road? I call bullshit. I'm not gonna be able to charge up that mount. I was going to try, but getting this guy turned around. Oh, we can turn around up here. Yeah, to me, vehicles are like a member of the family because the vehicle is what gets you to and from work every day. Or if you're a truck driver, actually not or, I should say and. And if you're a truck driver, there's a vehicle that is your work, that is your life, that is your livelihood. So you need to care for it as if you're caring for a family member. You treat a vehicle well, you give it what it needs, and it'll last forever. You treat a vehicle like shit, and it is going to become shit, and then and then in most people's case, they get, I think that's the road right there, somewhere. Because if we look at the map here, oh, it's a little further up, but it's right here. I don't see it though. It's a trick. It's a trap. Oh, I see it. You can almost see it. It's buried in the snow there. Makes sense though. You treat a vehicle like shit, surprise, surprise, it becomes a pile of shit. And then most people would, in those situations, I say most, I mean, you never know, it depends. Different people, different characteristics and stuff. But I think a lot of people in that case that do that kind of stuff, the way they look at it is they'll get confused. They'll treat a vehicle like shit, it'll become like shit, and then they get confused or get angry, or both, and go, what a piece of shit, and then buy a different vehicle. They're like, man, this vehicle crapped out on me. Okay, well, how were you driving it? Oh, you're driving it like an F1 car on the Indy 500? All day, every day? Yeah, that definitely would do it. Because, like my pickup in general, it's not for a truck. Yes, I do pull with it sometimes, and I have overloaded it accidentally. I've overloaded it a few times. It can happen when you're loading, when you're trying to load and pull, but I keep up with the maintenance on it and all that. Also try to make sure it's maintained, and I try to treat it like an off-road vehicle. You know, I don't go to the extremes though. It's more of a daily driver than anything else. Oh, buddy. Through the trees. These people in his house are just like, what the fuck? Hey, I brought your truck to you. I may have pulled it through the forest, but I got your truck back. So yeah, my controller's still tracking left. Okay, bring the semi-trailer. I don't know if I can do that. I'm gonna have to bring something with a fifth wheel plate, because this truck did not have one on it. So you did not make this easy on me. Make it and have it with the fifth wheel plate on there, so I couldn't hook it up. Hmm. That sounds like a bad idea. Let's refuel this bad boy. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should have fueled up. I should have fueled up from this fuel trailer. I completely forgot I was over here. I just seen it too. Wait, do you have a little one? Can I just steal your little fuel trailer over here? Now this fuel trailer's a bit big for this little home here. That's a nice little asset, actually. I wonder if that's the American home, or that's a Russian. It seems like American though, American home. I don't mean nationality. I mean like there's actually an asset in the asset list where it's like I think it's US dash, and then it's RUS, or not dash but underscore, like that. It's probably American. I might use a few of those though, because I do. If I ever get back onto my map, I do plan on uh, no, I don't want. I do plan on building a little town essentially. Yeah. So source maintenance trailer. Oh, I can refuel my fuel supplies. Okay. Cool. Let's go. So I'm going to say that to make this a little more realistic. Wait, can't I just fuel this? Or did it not matter? I don't think it mattered. Uh, Source supplies. I'll refuel it anyway. There. Hopefully it didn't bug out the mission. That's funny. I think I found a flaw in your mission there. People don't have to, even if it was working correctly, people don't have to refuel it. If they know this is up here. Then they're just like, oh, I'll just bring it to that trailer and then refill it there. It's a flaw in the way that style of mission works now, rather than your fault. Oops. That's not how that works. Okay, I'll fill her up. Not a bad asset though. The world is full of terrible decisions, and I'm about to make one. I don't know why I want to go down this way, or do I want to go down that way towards that guy? Oh, or do I want to go down this mission? Do I want to go? I might find a mission down there. Do I want to go down that road? Actually, I know we have already been down that road. Well, not really, but we can go down that road. Is this the road? No, that's not where I came up either. No, I already drove there. That's where I just drove. Okay, no, I'm confused. I'm lost. I like this style of road. It's definitely one of my more favorites. Is where that it's covered in snow. I don't know about this mud here, why it'd be muddy, but this road infrastructure here, this is one of my more favorites. It's the one that it's got tracks in it, but it's still snow. Also, you have to. Damn, dude. I am throwing the mud, aren't I? Yeah, this is kind of how those roads are. Those roads were where I was hauling logs. This is about how it would go. Where a steep hill on the one side and a steep cliff on the other. Well, it's a lot more steep than that, but yeah, it was very, very steep. Um, and I mean, they weren't muddy or anything, but they were just like this. It'd be snaking roads that just wide enough for one person to drive down, and it'd be constant downhill. It'd be very rare that there'd actually be a flat spot in it, where your brakes could take a rest, or you're downshifting, or keeping the gears low, running up that hill. Wait, I was already down this way, wasn't I? Huh, I don't know. Discovered that. Oh, I was not paying attention. Hopefully someday soon I'll get that I'll get that damn truck rebuilt. Damn engine. It's actually quite irritating. What's up this way? There's gotta be something up that way. Little road track. Yeah, I also do like how roads try to flatten themselves out. Really nice. Oh, this is weird, isn't it? This right here looks more natural. This looks way more natural for like a flat spot. I mean, it's a bit big, but when you're building up in the mountains and stuff like this, uh, this looks like it was more naturally flat, or it was had maybe a little bit of slope in it, but it was more naturally flat, and they just kind of fully leveled it out. Just finished leveling it out. It looks more natural than, say, an area where it's got very steep straight up hills like that. At least from my experience seeing this type of stuff. I don't think I'm able to interact with this box. He's not yet, anyway. As I was also thinking about it too. I was just like, I know I've kind of committed to finishing this map, right? But I would not be totally against dropping this map and going to the new one, or going to your new one, to see what kind of criticisms I can bring. I'm just kidding. Yeah, seeing new stuff and stuff like that. Like, I want to finish this. I do. It's just, I don't know. It sounds more exciting on that new one. You made it sounding more exciting. Oh, this is steep. Slow it down. So can you not? Oh, they did make a roadway. There. I like the singular power pole, singular power light by their entrance. They installed that one, and that's it. I mean, it does make sense. For sale? Are they selling it? I'll take it. Nah, I don't have the money. I'm poor. Yeah. Oh, there is a thing down here. Check it out. Property stocking. We need a few things. I assume that you are here. I assume that if you are here, you can help us. Dangerous to assume there, buddy. Makes an ass out of both you and me. It's the greatest, one of the greatest statements ever. It's, man, fucking genius, that one. Whoever came up with that. Oh, hello. Hello there, Mr. Fuel Trailer. And houses. Oh, and log carrier. You love your log carriers. Very weird things. I don't know if I would like that articulating thing that carried logs like that. Driving it, at highway speeds. I don't know if that would be something I would be into. Well, I mean, maybe not highway speeds. I don't think this thing goes highway speeds. No, definitely not. But it is definitely made to haul logs long distance. That's not like the ones that I've seen that just grab a tree or two and drag them. That's definitely available to sell. Probably not something I'm going to use. If I'm going to haul logs, I'm going to haul logs with the log hauler. Log hauler trailer. Trailers, I should say. Definitely another log place. We've discovered it now, that's why I'm driving over it. So then maybe the game will be smart enough to think that get over there. Is that a new development site on the edge of the map? I am mounting a dead tree, and I was looking off to my right going, why am I doing a wheelie? Some nice little log cabins up here. With a trampoline in between them. It's like a resort. Oh, I didn't even touch it. It just fell over as soon as I got near it. But the log cabin, do they destroy? No. Although running into a log cabin, an old looking log cabin with a big old monster truck would probably bust through it. Is there an outhouse? Oh no. I like how you put a little hill to hide the fuel trailer. I seen it on the map. So there. Yeah, I should be able to get repairs from this too, right? No. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this to an easier spot to get to. Oops. Okay, I gotta attach winch first. No, I cannot attach trailer. Right. Come on then, Mr. Trailer, let's go. Oh my gosh, dude. Uh, Flip over. There it goes. No, you fuck. Come on now. Really? I pulled it so hard I pulled it on its roof, did I? Okay, stop! Why are you so top heavy? Stop. Stay. Now let's get in here. I love how realistic this interior is. I did a really good job with it. And I would, it's something I would forget the entire map thing if I knew how to 3D model. If I knew how to 3D model, that's what I'd be doing instead. I would just do 3D model for making mods like this. I'd be making the vehicle mods. I'd go crazy with it too because I love vehicles so much. Any game where I could where I could mod in a vehicle model, it'd definitely be, going in. I would have probably gigabytes worth of 3D models and stuff I would make. And mine wouldn't be, I don't think I would ever make my own stuff. I think I would just copy real life vehicles like this. And then to avoid any kind of trouble, I wouldn't put badges on them. I mean, I know you could probably put badges on stuff and real life badges and not get in trouble for it, but I don't know if I want to chance that. See, I've always been taught to think that just because other people get away with something, no matter how easy it is to get away with it, like driving without your seatbelt on or whatnot, that kind of stuff, or never using your turn signals or stealing signs off of a signpost out in the middle of the boonies, that kind of stuff, right? No matter how easy it is, don't get away with it. The way my life goes when it comes to luck with anything, I've always been taught to think that no matter how easy it is to get away with it, just think that you'll be the one that gets caught. So if there's anything you're going to do something bad because you think it's easy to get away with, just tell yourself, well, everybody else gets away with it, but I'll be the one to get caught. And then you'll never be in trouble. I mean, I didn't think that way when I was younger. I didn't learn the lesson until my early 20s. I didn't start learning that kind of lesson. I was always taught that, but I always ignored it. Where does this go? Does this go down to that house I saw? Yes, it does. That's not really a road, it's just a flat spot. I think you meant to put a road here, maybe? Maybe you meant to put a road, you just forgot. I don't know. There's a house down here, though. It's got lights on. Another big old house. No missions, though. Yeah, see, this type of stuff feels a lot more unnatural to me. The straight cliff into a flat spot like that. Like, I feel just now, if they were building a giant, industrial construction site, constructing like a massive, some kind of massive building where they're sinking billions of dollars into it, yes, they would probably have a big old cliffside like that. But for a little house, I don't know. I don't think that would be. If anything, they would put the house more closer to the edge because, well, they wouldn't have tore into the hillside there. They would have tore up a little bit, but not this huge area. And again, just opinions. Just in case anybody gets any funny ideas, thinking I'm ragging on the map or the map maker or anything like that. See, me and this person, we have an understanding that all of my criticisms are they're just ideas, suggestions, or anything like that. They have no malice behind them, or malice, I guess, evil meaning or anything like that. Like, I'm not doing it out of spite or out of anger or trying to be a troll or anything like that. It's just like I offer ideas, and if they don't want my ideas, then I go, okay, I won't say anything about it then. I'll leave it alone. But I take criticism the same way. If you want to, offer your help and offer suggestions and stuff, you're not just out there ragging on me, then, I'm going to be receptive to that. That sounds terrible. But it's the truth, man. It is the truth. This might be all this video is. It's just me driving around, exploring the map. It looks good, though, in a lot of places. Some of that stuff I probably would have gone back over, like I wouldn't have left that bare. There would definitely be, I think there would definitely be snow on top of a lot of those spots that don't have snow. Because you see mountains with straight cliffs that have snow on them, where it's pretty much a sheer cliff, but it still managed to get snow on it. Okay, yeah, did I talk about my PC problem? I think I skipped over it. I think I glossed over it. But yeah, I finally figured out what was wrong with my PC. I got distracted. I wasn't trying to say stuff like that. Yeah, so I was cleaning my PC the other day. I had a few hours where I could just unplug the PC, take it completely apart, clean it with compressed air and whatnot, get all the dust out of it, which it was actually fairly clean. I do clean my PC quite often because I have cats, and cats hair tends to get balled up inside the computer. And if you let that build up too much, you can end up frying something, because cat hair is conductive of electricity, and there's proof of that when you pet a big long-haired cat a bunch of times, all of a sudden you'll start building up static electricity, and it does transfer from the cat to you. Because if you pet the cat, you hear the static electricity, and then you touch something that grounds you, you'll get a shock, even with it's like the other hand or whatever. So yeah, cat hair is very conductive of it's not very conductive. I would say it's a little bit conductive of electricity. It can be. Just like any of us. But yeah, cat hair can be. So if you let it build up too much, you could end up having a small short of some kind, which could be a crucial chip chipset or something of your motherboard or whatever, your graphics card, that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah. So I clean my PC quite often. It's usually fairly clean. Sometimes I'll get a little lazy with it, but after that point, it's just mainly dust and hair on the fans and such, um, and a little bit here and there inside the PC and small spaces where it can collect. I just thought I would take a little look see over here. But anyway, sorry, I'll go ahead and turn her in before we get lost. So yeah, I was cleaning my PC, and usually when I do that, I take out the RAM, the graphics cards, or the RAM sticks, the graphics card, and the hard drives and the disk drive, and I clean out everywhere around it, and I clean out around where the heatsink is for the CPU. I clean all that up, get all the dust out of it. Everything looks clean and nice and shiny. I usually buy 2 cans of compressed air and just rotate in between them, because after a while of your short bursts there, the can will eventually go so cold that hardly any compressed air will come out of the can. You just gotta wait at that point. So I have 2 so I can rotate from one to the other. So we discovered a few missions. I need to get to this middle section because I have not visited that yet as well. Yeah, I was cleaning it, and I was cleaning off the graphics card, and I noticed that there was a slight um, bit of there's signs of a slight bit of overheating on the rear plate, the thick plate on the end of the graphics card that supports your ports for like video out and audio out and stuff like that. So it transports to the monitor. Yeah, there was a slight bit of overheating on my graphics card, my good one, not the onboard, not the built-in. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's OP as shit. That tree was a little bit farther away than would have been possible with a normal truck. We're back on track. So yeah, there's a slight bit of overheating. I think that did that during summer when my AC broke and the temperatures were reaching anywhere from 90 to almost 100 degrees in where the computer sits inside my recording room. I guess you can call it whatever you want to call it. There's many names, but this room is mine. Yeah, so that's probably what happened. And it wasn't totally unforeseen. I was just hoping that it wasn't, and I was hoping that cleaning the PC, maybe I let it go a little bit too long, which I kind of did. That's what would happen, but nope. The graphics card overheated probably more than a few times. It still works though. The graphics card does work. I don't know for how long, but my graphics card still does work. It just loading up games does take forever when you initially open them. But after you start playing, 99% of the time it's fine. So that's just the way it is, man. It sucks, but it happens. And it sucks too because this graphics card is one of the newest parts on the PC that I had added in recent time. I bought the graphics card well after, because my old graphics card had stopped working entirely. I couldn't even like open up the internet. Like it had gotten to it was at the point where the PC would boot up and everything would be fine, but as soon as you tried to open a program, the PC would slow to a crawl. It would pretty much damn near lock up. and then it would open up the error out of video memory. And yeah, I narrowed it down to the graphics card because I had there was another PC that didn't work. The graphics card and it worked. It was a cheaper graphics card, but I was just like, oh, I wonder. Oh, there goes my suspension. I'm now a lowrider monster truck. Nice. Oh, I'm leaking fuel. I better repair that before I run out. Okay. I should fuel up as well. Refuel. Yeah, so this graphics card, that's what's been happening. So when it goes to load up a game, what it does is it immediately puts all of the load that it's supposed to take. It immediately puts all of that onto the hard drive. So then the hard drive just locks up. It eventually goes through and the game opens and it plays like normal after that, but it does lock up. So that's what's been happening with my PC. Finally figured it out. And it took a cleaning in order to figure that out because I was just like, it's, by all other accounts, all the tests come back as everything's running like it should be. We don't know what it is. So I ran all the PC tests I could. I even ran Furmark, which is a very well-known graphics card tester / burner. A very well-known break-in the graphics card type of thing, or just break the graphics card. I put up all the highest settings that I could that are within the range of me running the graphics card. The graphics card stayed a decent temperature the entire time. It hovered. I think it hovered around 57, 58 FPS the entire time. Wasn't quite 60, but then again, my monitor can't quite do 60 anyway. So, I mean, it can do 60. It's just anything above that, it can't do it. But it just kind of hovered around there, and it ran fine. No problems at all. So, but yeah, seeing those overheating evidence of overheating, the graphics card being overheated. And I know what overheating looks like. Being a car mechanic, you can always tell when something's overheated. Especially things like exhaust and whatnot. If you got exhaust that's a real smooth surface, that's usually chrome or something, like chrome dipped. If that exhaust gets over its allowed temperature, like the engine overheats a bit or whatever, those exhausts can turn colors. Sometimes they'll turn a brown or like a very dark blue, or they'll have a mixture of brown and blue, that kind of stuff. Maybe a little bit of red. Hence the brown. Sorry, readjust my headset. Falling off my head. So yeah, plus torching. I've done a lot of torching on vehicles for parts that were ruined and absolutely would not come off the car. So, torching it. And when you torch stuff, obviously it overheats the metal. And it gets to the point where that discoloration does happen before it starts going to liquid. That kind of stuff. So yeah, I know all about what overheating metal looks like. Or sometimes people will overheat the metal on stuff for art. You buy like a hunk of metal, like a sword or something, or a hand blade that has got that discoloration, that kind of like blue and brown and stuff like that. They overheated the metal to get that effect in most cases. Because it definitely looks like that. Maybe they treat it with something to make the metal do that, but definitely would be signs of overheating in the case that I know. Okay. I don't mean to nitpick, but this guardrail. First of all, this road would not be bumpy like this if it has a guardrail on it, and secondly, yeah, the guardrail would not. It would not. The guardrail would not be possible to follow these kinds of angles. Working for a Department of Transportation, I know all about guardrail, man. I don't know. You might think I'm like flexing or something. I'm like flexing my knowledge. No. I'm just saying. It'd be really hard to get guardrail to do this, considering guardrail comes in 20-foot sections. Is it 20-foot sections? I think it is. If I'm remembering right, it has been a minute since I've worked for the Department of Transportation, but yeah, they come in 20-foot sections. I don't know if they'd be able to bend like that. I mean, I know that's the game, following the road with the guardrail, which I'm going to have some of those. If I ever get onto my map again, I'll have some of the guardrails as well in certain sections. That's kind of crazy. The other thing I was doing too, I think I've told you this as well. You know, it'd be really, really cool is to have a racetrack on one of your maps. To actually have a fully set up racetrack. That's a mud track essentially. Obviously, it wouldn't be mud; it'd be like dirt, but have like a rally track. That's what I was attempting on my previous one. Obviously, it's going to be a snow rally track because I was working in a winter environment, but that's definitely an idea for. And you can do some world building off of that. Whee! I wish I could edit properly. I would be able to add that sound of that Tokyo drifting noise that everybody has on all their videos. Which I'm very good at drifting in games. And with my pickup. Don't tell, but when I was in college, I used to have tires that were completely bald. And I had a dirt road that I took to college every day. This was the same pickup that I still own. But yeah, I was in college. I was stupid. Don't worry, I was there too. So, I was also an idiot once. Well, I'm still an idiot, but I was also an idiot in that field as well. Treating my vehicle like shit. Luckily, my vehicle survived some of the shit I did put it through. But yeah, and I actually got really good with drifting on that dirt road, and I had bald tires. That's my only defense in that situation. It's like, well, you're ruining your tires by doing stuff like that on a dirt road. It's just like, yeah, but my tires were already ruined. They had almost no tread on them, and they were way past the wear bars. They were not legal, but I didn't have money to replace them at the time because being in college. Oh, come on, find the traction. Find the traction. Oh, my tires are getting hot. I think that's what all those spark-looking things are. Uh-oh. Might have traction over here in the snow more than I would on the road. No, don't. Why? Uh-oh. Every rock climber's nightmare. I was trying, man. Okay. Let's try and turn you around. There we are. Come on, truck, you can do it. It's so steep, slippery. Oh, it's like them videos you see on the internet of people like trying to climb a hill in their cars with summer tires in the snow and ice, trying to climb fucking hills and shit, just sliding all over the place. What I think, oh, this is gonna throw me on another rant, by the way. But you know what I find incredibly funny, incredibly hilarious, is how there's there's people out there uh, that live in an area their entire life, snow and ice every winter, and they still don't know how to drive in the snow and ice ever. It's baffling, man. Like if you live in that area for many many years and you still end up being stupid on the roads in the snow and ice. In my opinion, I don't think you deserve a license. This is just something wrong, man. I know it's also I know it's very funny to hear this the person with the stupid brain saying that somebody else shouldn't have a license. That's funny. Oh, it's muddy down this way. Let's go. I'm just driving on the roads. Wee. Yeah. The map looks good though, eh? A little bit. Looks a little bit good. It's got some stuff to it, but we can't all be perfect in making a perfect map. And neither would I, just saying. Like if I was to upload my map, uh, let's say when it was like 50% done, I think people would think it's absolute shit. But then I don't think I'd ever upload the map, even if I did get it done, because I'd never be done with it. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that if I create something of my own making, it is extremely hard for me to be finished with it. Like, yeah, some people can, make mods or maps or whatever. And they can just make one and then move on to the next. And maybe they'll come back and fix some of the stuff or whatever. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or whatever to just leave it and move on to the next, but I'm just saying that, there's people that are able to move on and think, oh, yeah, that's good. And then they move on again. Not saying it's a bad thing if you do that. That's fine. It is not a bad thing. But you're able to move on from it, is my point. Mine, I'm not able to. If I ever create something of my own original design, I have a hard time moving on from it. Hell, even if I, let's say I was doing some kind of building, like making my own something based on a real life experience, real life stuff. I have a hard time being done with it. Because it's just like, man, it just still does not quite sit right with me. Like when we made that Camaro still doesn't sit right with me. We made that Camaro on automation. And that Camaro still does not sit right with me at all. And if you haven't seen that, I definitely, maybe I recommend going and watching it. Wait, what am I looking? Oh, that's the garage. Oh, wait, how do you get over here? Oh, there's a task down this road as well. I've never been up here. Let me go down this road first. And then once we get to that point, we can turn around. I just kind of wanted to show off some more of the map because I hadn't done that in a while. We've kind of been just traveling a lot of the stuff that we've already seen. Ah, God rays. Get out of here. Can't see. Man, I tell you where I live, man, God rays are like almost non-existent. Just it's just because I live in a more rural area where there's not many trees or anything like that. We got sparks coming off the tires. I missed the road again. How am I this dumb? Oh, it must be one of those hidden roads. Hidden underneath the snow, and I just didn't see it because I wasn't looking close enough. I was looking for a mud road, I think is what it was. Get out of here! Yeah, you may think I'm a little bit insane, because whatever comes up into my brain at that moment to talk about, I talk about it. But in most cases, I mean, if I comes up in my brain, I go, that's not appropriate for what we're doing. That is terrible. I'll just keep it to myself. But in most cases, I do. Like right now, like that popped into my brain. It's just like, man, people are gonna think I'm crazy if I don't explain myself here. That's the way my brain works. Like we could be talking about something in a conversation, it'll remind me of something in a conversation, and then I'll go off on a tangent somewhere else in something completely unrelated, even though it reminds me of it, but it's still completely unrelated. Yes, that's just the way my brain works. It's all over the place. I think at this point the only thing that would help me now is I would probably have to be on some kind of I'm sure they'd put me on some kind of medication. You'd be like, oh, it's this, it's that. It's like, nah, dude, I've been operating without medication for a long time. For a very, very long time. By myself with none, so I'm good. I don't know if anybody else thinks this, but I definitely think that when it comes to mental stuff and taking medication for a mental state, I mean, other than depression pills, that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different of a story, but just something to control certain um, mental behavior and going on inside your brain. I don't trust it. I'm not a fan. You built a road here and then did something completely different. That's a little bit odd. Also, my truck is no longer white. It is now mud. That's the color. It is mud. Let's go. And here's another little brain thing too, for your thoughts. If people are wondering, am I a redneck? Yes, absolutely. I definitely do modify things to where they work without doing it officially, but only to make things work. I do not modify. Especially if it comes to vehicles or anything like that. I do not modify something to fix a major problem. If it's something simple like, oh, you have a hole in this little vacuum line, um, and that's the only issue there. You just have a bit of a hole, so it's running a little bit rough, and you have a hole in this vacuum line because it rubbed a hole in it somewhere or whatever. It's a vibration. Just put a piece of tape on that. Put a little bit of electrical tape. As long as it stays dry, it doesn't get oil soaked or anything like that. That piece of tape will last forever. And that little fix from a $1 roll of electrical tape, that little bit of tape holding on there, that's fine. I would call that rednecking though, because it's still modifying. You're not replacing it with a brand new part. But most of the time, for something like that, it's not worth the hassle of replacing the entire vacuum line, especially nowadays. I don't know if anybody else knows this, but the one thing I do know is vacuum lines nowadays in the cars, or in the new cars, that yes, vehicles still do have vacuum lines for certain things. A lot of them are plastic, And if you snap one, you're literally looking at about $30, $40, if not more, depending on how long it is. Even though it's a piece of plastic, it's very specifically made. It's got quick connectors usually on either end. If not, it's got a screw-in connector on one end. Maybe it's got a bit of rubber in the middle somewhere there to help bend around a corner, but oh, some suspension damage. But yes, I always hate that. Wait, have we gone for a full circle here? I'm gonna shortcut into this forest here. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing though. Watching people play a map like this, watching people play a map that you built, definitely gives you insight onto what the player is thinking. It gives you some insight onto what the player is thinking when they're playing the map. Like, obviously, you know what I'm thinking at all times, pretty much. Maybe not all times, but most times, because I'm doing a commentary. But if I was not commentating, I was just playing it, and you're just watching me, you get a little bit of insight there still, though. Oh, this is a different mission. But yeah, seeing me take that little shortcut right there might give you some insight as to, hey, that seemed a little bit too easy to get through there. Let me place some extra rocks, or let me make it, super, super muddy throughout that area. Super, super muddy, so that even if they do make it through it, it would have been faster just to take the normal road, or safer, that type of stuff, like this little right here. I mean, yes, I am using a modded truck, but I could see a vanilla truck being able to get through there without too much issue. Might have to hold on to a bit of tree, but there's too many things to hold on to it right there to keep it stable and safe. Not enough boulders, because that's untamed country there. In a rocky, mountainy area, there's going to be tons of boulders. Oh, this right here, this is a little too steep. Yeah, this is way too steep. No truck. I would definitely, if I was driving a truck and I seen a road like this, I'd be like, nope, sorry, turning around. I'm finding a different way. I'm not going to put my life in danger, because that's exactly what would happen. No way. That's too insane. Have we been down here by this lake before? Yes. Yes, we have. Okay. There's a mission here. Did we pick up this mission? I think we did. Yes, we did. Oh yeah, that was that one. Oh yeah, because we came this way. Oh, so we've drove every road. There's an area back there I didn't get into. Completely missed it. But we're going to haul the trailer. Um, I'm going to attempt to haul the trailer on this, or with this. If I pull it from the back end, I should be able to keep her pulling and balanced. Then we can finish this mission. On top of that, their trailer's fucked up anyway. By the way, I do not condone this activity. This is nuts. This is not how this is done. I'm just doing it because I'm lazy. But 'tis a video game. And yes, I know I'm a bit of a hypocrite for saying that. Wow, it is laggy, but that's safe. Yes, and if you're probably asking, well, why are you a hypocrite? I'd be like, oh, because I want I talk about this game and making maps and stuff like that to be more realistic and make more sense. But also at the same time, um, I missed there's another spot there too. We'll grab that as well. but I want to get this trailer gone first. But yeah, also at the same time, I am saying, well, it's a video game. It's a video game. It doesn't need to be realistic the entire time. You know what I mean? I just feel like a little bit of a hypocrite. But I recognize that, though. Oh, that's probably not good. That's actually might be easier to pull this way. It's upside down. Pull it like a sled. Oh, let me get a little closer to it. A little too close there. And get it up in the air. Come on. You can do it! Wasting fuel like crazy. Oh, I'm connected to the center. Wait, how? Why am I connected to? What is that connection point there, game? That's not how we connect to shit. No wonder it wasn't lifting up. Thought it was a little strange, but yeah, if I can get it to lift up, then I know I can pull it along. This upside down. There we go. Oh, I can't turn. Being really lazy right now. It'd probably be much easier just to go get a truck. Go get a truck and hook up to it. I'm gonna do it the lazy way, which is the stupid way. Come on. Oh, I probably need a fuel. Refuel. Let's go. We don't have much fuel left. This is exactly how this would go. Front wheels in the air. High gear. Go. Oh. Now let's get moving first. Get some speed. And then switch to high gear. Nope. Also like how it says stalling. I don't know any automatic. Well, I guess maybe if you had an automatic where you could put it into third or fourth, you might be able to stall out the vehicle because it wouldn't have the torque to make it move. But I don't know any automatic that you could personally you could stall out without either blowing up the transmission or ruining something like brakes, trying to hold the brake down. I guess maybe do it that way. Ruin stuff. Yeah, the only way I'd be able to stall like this vehicle out would be manual, which is clearly not. Manual transmissions do not have an automatic mode. I mean, I'm gonna say that, but I'm also going to add that I could be wrong about that nowadays. You never know with the technology that people have. Wait. Oh, we were going up. Oh, that's what this road's for. I'm an idiot. I thought this road was for... Oh, I'm on the wrong road. I should have been on this road. Okay, we'll see if we can make it over to this road then. Through the forest. Oop, that's a tree. Because I'm being pulled over to the left. Slightly. Get it going downhill. Uh-oh. I'm cut on a downed tree. Stupid downed tree. There we go. Yeah, if I keep it going slightly downhill, I should be able to get over to that other... I'm just imagining their faces when I get there. Like, what the fuck, dude? What is wrong with you? Yeah, here's your trailer. Dude, that ain't a trailer no more. That's a pile of rubble. What the fuck have you done? I just need to get it up the slope. Let's back it up. Yeah, I would definitely say for this area, I know I've said in the past that you know, putting rocks everywhere isn't a good tactic. It just seems annoying, but I would say in mountainous areas, definitely rocks everywhere. Everywhere there's rocks, gigantic rocks. So it just makes it in the ground rocks, the ones that don't really move easily. You know, like the ones you have here. Definitely more of them. Because I know I've been to the Rocky Mountains. I've seen how the mountains are up that way. I drove through the Rocky Mountains down to Grand Junction. Or down to? I guess into Grand Junction. Because I'd be up to more than that. But yeah, through Grand Junction. I went from Denver to Grand Junction. I went up there to snowboard a long time ago. I think that's what I was doing up there. I can't remember. I was very, very young. But I do remember the Rocky Mountains where, you know, you'd have the steep cliffs and stuff, and a lot of that stuff would be made up of smaller boulders. There'd be the big boulders near the bottom, and then you'd have smaller boulders and things like that, and a lot of them cliffs would just be almost made up entirely of rocks. And once you got past like that initial little rock layer, then there was the dirt and stuff like that underneath it. But yeah, definitely lots and lots of rocks. It made it so it was damn near impossible to pass anywhere but the road in a lot of those areas. Oh, that's another thing too. You could use some roads to make like a ski resort. You make like ski slopes and such. Use the roads to kind of make it look like there's like the ski tracks, and then put like a big old lodge at either at the bottom or something. And then I know there's some other assets you could use to make it look like ski lifts. You know how you said Modder 1, Player 0 or something like that a while ago? Well, I say Player 1. I say the Player 1 this day with a modded vehicle, so I can't be proud of that really. There's your trailers, sir. I don't know. Would you physically get out of your house, come out of your house, and beat the shit out of somebody that you hired to bring you your flatbed trailer, and they brought it upside down? I think I might lose my shit a little bit, and try to beat the fuck out of the person. I need to go right as we missed a spot over here. I should have fueled up while I was there. That's okay. We should hopefully be fine. We are close to the garage, so I could just go there. Get repaired as well. Just wanted to travel this little road. This road is definitely an accurate depiction of what those roads looked like when I was hauling logs through the mountains. Big old steep hills on one side, big old steep, almost straight drop-offs on the other side. And just enough space for you and your semi, and sometimes not even that. Sometimes you would have to... you would definitely see it, especially if it was a well-traveled one, because like I've said before, most of that stuff was carved out for the trucks to be able to get up to those sites, up to the tree cutting sites. They were not the previously there until the trucks decided to go, or until they said decided to carve it out. Whoa, there's a ravine there. Random ravine. Actually, I might be fine. I'm in a monster truck after all. I'm gonna lose my point here that I won. Every rock climber's nightmare. Oh. Come on, you got us. Oh my gosh, the engine is stalled. Hold on. Back up to this spot here. Oh, it is really steep down here. Uh-oh. I'm in a hole. Eh? So now what's the score now? Is it Modder 2 player half a point? Do I get half a point for trying? Wait. I think I only lose my point if I have to go. I only fully lose my point if I have to go get another vehicle to rescue. I have found the edge of your ravine. I have cheated getting out of there with my super long winch. Actually, I don't even know how long this winch actually is. I know this mod is not too OP. It's not like the tow truck mod or the IX 800 or whatever it is. They built a nice log cabin. They built a modern garage, but they forgot to, or they neglected the tool shed and said, "Eh, I'm lazy." They also got wood piled up against it. I was testing to see if it was destructible, so I'm going to test these planks next. No, I think the planks are part of the asset. Okay. Alright, we gotta go back up to the shop there. There's a road over this way. Off into the forest I go. Running down trees. Yeah, these size boulders definitely freaking just litter the area with them. Hey, a road. So it's not impossible to get through it. It just would take you hours to go a little bit of distance. That kind of stuff. Or make it super muddy, because that's what the original game does. The original devs for areas, for some of them areas where they don't want people getting into. They'll basically they'll make it look normal, so it looks like you could cross through there for a shortcut, and then as soon as you get in, it's just, or as soon as you get too far where it's almost impossible to get back, you just sink immediately past the axles. You're not moving until you get another truck to pull you out. Even in one of those Russia maps, they had something like that. I was trying to cross by the power poles, power line things, where the power poles ran, because it was a cleared out area for the power lines, so that trees wouldn't grow up into it. That was their world building, and yeah, I got up into the area, and I failed. Okay, so pretty much now that we've kind of searched out the area, we can kind of see what kind of missions we got going for us and whatnot. Gonna return this into the shop. Also, oh, the engine is broken. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna pull that truck over to there so we can get it into the shop, and then I'll sell this one because I already have it. I already have one. Finally gonna be doing something with this pile of crap that's been sitting next to that other pile of crap that can't move. Alright, move it to the garage. Retain it, and we can sell it. Okay, let's get into it. Let's modify it, shall we? Hey. And this is as best as that truck can get, by the way. There's not many upgrades for it, unfortunately. Not like there should. But this, I mean, it is a little Chevy step side, so what do you expect? Really can't do a whole lot with it. Let's see, what kind of lift kit are we looking at here? It's hard to tell. Oh, I think it's the poor man's lift kit. Like, it's more professionally done than, say, like blocks, but it does look like the poor man's lift kit. So basically, this suspension's probably not going to have a whole lot of suspension travel. It's more for clearance than anything. But I always like, you know what's I always find funny, right? I always find it funny when you have the lift kit like this, right? And people, people can argue, well, it's for clearance. It's just like, yeah, for body clearance. What about the axles? Like seriously, like a lift kit like this, like look how low that axle is. The axle is as low as it always has been to the ground. So you're not getting any clearance on that rear end. You're gonna tear the rear end out. There is no clearance on that damn thing. Even with bigger tires, it's not gonna give it that much more. But yeah, this is definitely the poor man, what I call the poor man's lift kit, where it's basically they'll just put suspension extenders into everything. They kind of push they push the body up off the suspension basically, and that's what you get. And it's not bad, but this thing is incredibly too slow. I'm in the wrong one. I think I need to be in that other truck over there. Yeah, this one. Oh yeah, because we need to bring 3 consumables to Z-Man's service, and then we've got that other mission as well. That welfare check. That guy's probably dead by now, by the way. So welfare check. That one's clear over here. The Z-Man service supply. That one's okay. Wait. Cargo containers. We deliver. Oh, we deliver there? Yeah, that's where we deliver. So we deliver to the service station, the 3 consumables. So that's the way we'll go then. So we'll immediately go forward and just follow that road. And then we'll go up and deliver the last consumable up to this person up here. But I think I'm going to... Oh, I guess I got this truck for free. Yeah, oops. So we're full of fuel, so we're good there. Also, that trailer's free, but I don't have a 5th one. Oh dear. By the way, I don't recover. Unless the game throws me into outer space, into a place where it's impossible to get my vehicle back, I am not going to, what you call it? Actually, let me grab that trailer. Give me a trailer. I think this is mine. Let me actually check. Flatbed's in my trailer. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that's mine. Okay. But yeah, unless it gets into a spot where it's impossible to get, if the map just throws, or if it just throws me. Now, if I fall into some place on my own where I can't get it out, that's different. That will be staying there forever because it was my mistake. I'm trying to get this to lift. That should, sure, that's fine. It's my trailer now. Bye. See ya. I brought the truck and trailer back, and they're just like, I think if we got a truck and trailer back, I guess we'll do something with it tomorrow or whatever. And then they come back and it's gone. Like, what? Where'd that go? So yeah, we'll just go down there and then follow this road back up. What I'll do is I'll flip the trailer. We'll connect to it and sell it or something. We don't need it. Looks like a sled though. This is not safe. Should've just done this in the first place, to be honest. Probably would have taken way less time, but I was determined to use that monster truck. The monster truck, it's good fun. I would rather have the old monster truck, the one I used to have back in MudRunner. Which that monster truck was the Gravedigger. It was the Gravedigger monster truck, and it was actually a full-scale monster truck. Pretty nice. Very powerful, obviously, for obvious reasons. It's a monster truck. Mud is going to be pretty much a non-issue for that thing. Come on. Oh, and by the way, the secondary reason is for the laughs, for the shits and giggles, why I'm hauling trailers and stuff like this. That's the secondary reason. First reason, I'm lazy. Second reason, for shits and giggles. For the laughs. For the fun. I mean, you can't play serious all the time. Sometimes you gotta have a little fun. And me pulling a very heavy flatbed trailer on its flatbed instead of on the wheels, like a sled, hooked to a truck that has no attachments to it and is very weird looking. Like it has more than one gearbox. It's really strange. Or it has more than one transmission, essentially. Oh, I say gearbox because that's what that is. The one coming out of the back side of the cabin, that's a transmission. Because this is a cab over. I think this cab over the engine's actually behind it. Behind the cab. It's underneath all them panels. I don't know. I don't have experience with foreign vehicles like that. But that'd be my guess, just off of observation. Makes sense. And then right behind it is the transmission. That probably has another... Oh, okay, yeah. So I call it a gearbox because after that short little drive line there, right before the rear axles, there's another box there that's just full of gears that just transfer power between axles. Actually, that'd be a transfer case then. Be a transfer case, that would not be. Well, I guess gearbox is another name for it. Yeah, that's a transfer case. I should know because I have one on my pickup. The transfer case is just about the only way a vehicle's four-wheel drive. I guess the only time in a four-wheel drive vehicle or an all-wheel drive vehicle, in this case, the only time you wouldn't have a transfer case really, I mean, it'd be there, but it'd be a part of the transmission, is those all-wheel drive vehicles that they have the same setup as a front-wheel drive, where the engine sits sideways in underneath the hood, and then the transmissions on the driver's side, the engine's on the passenger side, essentially, kind of sharing the same space. And then right behind that is an attachment for the rear, because it has two CV axles, one to each front tire, and then it also has a drive line going to the rear differential for the rear tires. Or vice versa, if the engine's in the rear and transmission's in the rear of the car and it's all-wheel drive, then yeah, it'd just be... you know what's funny to me? To me, rear-engined vehicles, a lot of them, seem like what all they did was just pick up the body off of the frame and then rotate the body 180 degrees. And then bolted it onto the frame like that. That's all it looks like. It looks like they just flipped it around, and that's it. They didn't actually do anything different or did anything else. They just unbolted the body from the frame after it was built, kind of carved it out so it fit, so it accommodate the placement or the reverse locations of where the trunk would be, and the engine transmission setup. And it's a front-wheel drive car. They just put it backwards, and then obviously hooked the shifter in such a way where the reverse was forward was reverse. Really strange. Which brings me to my next point. I don't know if any other companies used to do it, but I also used to know that, it also used to be the case that when the automatics started coming out, automatic transmissions were starting to get popular and stuff like that. And I mean coming out, they've been in development for a long time before this, but when they started to become popular, the automatic transmissions, a lot of them vehicles that had the automatics that used to have a manual before, they had the hardware still built into the body, where you could swap it because they give you that ability, that option. So all you had to buy was the clutch and you just had to buy the clutch, um, the clutch pedal, the master cylinder and slave cylinder, um, and obviously the line for it, and then you just popped out the transmission, um, and just swapped it over, and it was just that easy because they just put a little, or they just blocked off holes where there was holes before. They just blocked those holes off because it was cheaper to manufacture that way, but also um, people still wanted manual transmissions because that was just the norm then. So it's just like, okay, well, here's your option. If you want to spend the extra money, you can. But also, they also gave the option too, where you could get the manual version if you paid extra or whatever. They still offer that on some vehicles today, brand new. It's just where just you pay extra money and you get the manual version. But that's gone out of phase two, I think. I think it's very rare nowadays to find a car manufacturer that will still do manual transmissions. And what I mean is the newer cars, um, the ones that build new cars. Maybe some of the foreign ones still do it, but I know the American companies don't anymore. Like they don't even they're starting not to make manual trucks either. Some of them companies, they're making their money, putting automatics in semi trucks nowadays. They're starting to say "fuck you" to the manual drivers, but people that have been driving manuals for years, like me, um, and I don't mean just on semis, I mean just regular vehicles as well. Um, we don't like it. Personally, I don't care what other people drive, but I'd rather drive a manual transmission. I hate automatics. I always find myself stomping the floor out, trying to put a hole through the floor, trying to find the clutch pedal, and I forget that this this vehicle that I happen to be driving um, at the current moment is a automatic, and I'm just like, man. Even in video games, I mean, it depends on the video game itself, the racing game and such. It has to be a simulation game, like a simulation racing, more simulated than straight up arcade, where Need for Speed I consider arcade, like Need for Speed. Those types of games are definitely arcade because they pertain to kids, young kids that all they want to do is hold the gas and use the stick to turn, and that's as far as their brain goes. Not really an insult. It's just um, that's the way that's set up. But the more intricate games, I guess, like Forza, even Forza has kind of gone a lot to the uh, arcade style racing, but they still does have some simulation to it. So things like that, like the old um, grid, the old race driver grid, and some of the newer grid games like Grid 2019. That was kind of their remake. Games like that, I'll use manual transmissions in because that gives me way more control and it does give me an advantage over um, other players that use automatic because I control when my gear or when my car shifts. I squeeze out a little bit more RPMs and I can shift down a lot faster, get my car slowed down a lot quicker, get around that corner and get back up to speed a lot faster than the automatics can in those games. Not in real life. Because in real life, you can't shift faster than an automatic. Doesn't happen. Like, I mean, like the intricacies of shifting. By the way, I was doing a lot of gestures with my hands there. Um, ahead and sell that. And I'm going to... Wait, how do I deploy this? Oh, geez, I haven't deployed a vehicle out of the garage for so long, I forgot how to do it. And this has a set all low, so I can hook up to that one. Yeah, the intricacies of shifting from one gear to the next, an automatic will always shift faster. But that doesn't mean that it's shifting better. Like it's a computer. All it knows is a few little inputs from a few electrical devices, and it goes, "Oh, time to shift." Where the person has a bit more knowledge to what the car's doing, what the car feels like, and stuff like that. And if it's right to shift, they'll shift. It's faster, just not better. Alright, let's sell this. Yeah, there we go. Actually, I might sell this truck too. It's a nice truck, but it's just not working. It's not working out. This truck sucks when it comes to not. It's like, yeah, I might start selling a lot of these. It's like I wanted to use more vanilla trucks, but it's just not. It's not working out. I'm just gonna retain it for now in case I want it back. Same with this one. This is a fun little build, but actually I might sell this. This thing is kind of worthless. I mean, look at it. Look at this. Look, it's pathetic. But not only that, but the non-modded trucks, the transmission setups for them are set strictly for manual mode, no matter what transmission you have, or not manual mode, strictly for off-road mode. Off-road, where it's super low gearing. You have all the torque, but you're not going anywhere fast, even with high gear. That's what I mean by that. Like, it doesn't feel natural to me. It feels like the truck is geared super low. Yeah, you can see the difference there. Oh, I just located a critical flaw in this mod. I think they duplicated the headlights from top to bottom. And below those headlights, like this one, like look at this one, see how the dual headlights are on top? That's the same with this one, just they, in the newer versions, they just put a flat piece of plastic, the clear plastic front bit of the headlight, making it into a fixture rather than individual bulbs. They just put the flat plastic fixture. But the blinkers are still located in the same spot, and this one looks like they just duplicated the headlight fixture down to the bottom. No blinkers. That's just a flaw in the mod there. And I want to nitpick because I'm an auto mechanic. Because I have knowledge of cars or of auto mechanics and stuff, I want to nitpick. Because it's a little bit of a thing of mine. But yeah, you see how the suspension is pushed down, like, okay, maybe this one's a little more professionally done than I was originally thought. But it's still really weirdly done. Definitely. Yeah, I'd say that's more professional than what most people do. What a lot of people do is they'll stack up basically metal blocks on things to try and push the body up off of the suspension. They'll put blocks and stuff in between the leaf springs and the body of the frame of the body, stuff like that to expand it, push it down, or push the body up, whichever way you want to look at it. This one, the A arms and stuff like that, the A-frame arms and the steering knuckle and stuff where it's placed and how things are kind of placed there. Yeah, that definitely seems more professional. They're definitely built to be set like that. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit more professional than I originally had looked at, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and retain it because it's useless. Truck storage. Let's go ahead and sell this one. Of course. Oh crap, I went over 2 hours. I was going to do that mission and then I got distracted. And if I want to upload this. Sorry, I just wanted to explore the map and get more missions discovered and such. And this round, I've been thinking about it, and I was just like, yeah, I just want to. What's this thing? What's this? What's this rock? Unplayable, 100% unplayable. Yeah, literally unplayable. How dare you put a rock there? It's the worst mistake anybody could ever make. It's a joke, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Uh, don't keep those kind of jokes going too long. Anyway, yeah, I think we're pretty much done. Because, like I said, I got to be able to upload this to Rumble, so 2 hours is about the limit of the size of file. But we got some exploring done. We kind of seen the map for what it was. And this is a prep work just in case it comes up to where we just leave the map and we go down to something else. At least you got to see the entire map through these videos, you know. You got to pretty much see the entire map. We went down damn near every road. We seen damn near every flat spot. There might be a few like there's a flat spot there where my center marker is. There's a flat spot there. Actually, got a mouse. There's a flat spot there that we had not looked at. We looked at this one. I think there's and I know I said I was going to hit that and I forgot. My bad. If there's a mission there, we'll go take a look at it. There might be a mission in here. Oh no, that's where I got stuck that time. I think you put a few more flat spots. You might have had some plans for that. But yeah, I'm just setting this up just in case we don't come back to this map. I'm pretty sure we will to finish it up, continue along. But if you're begging me and telling me how good your recent map is, I might decide to just leave this one and go on to that new one to see what it's got. Oh, we haven't been up here yet either. But yeah, pretty good map, I would say. Definitely, you could use a bit more recent touches, I would say. If you feel like it, that is. If the mod author decides to feel like it. Yeah, we missed a spot over here to check out. But yeah, we'll probably come back to this. It just depends on if somebody feels like bothering me about playing the new one. I will definitely go do that. I'm not caving to peer pressure or nothing. I just, the new map sounds good, so I want to check it out. But um, I can't check it out while this one's still going. I would have to do one or the other. I couldn't do both. That's what I'm trying to say. There's also another flat spot here that I have not seen. Right there. There's a few little tiny hidden what could be roads coming in through there. Yeah, like I said, that's going to be it for this episode. And until next time, when we maybe do more on this map, or maybe we'll check out the new one. We'll see. I'd rather continue this map and then check out the new one, but like I said, we'll see. Um, as well as if you like this map, I would definitely recommend going and checking it out for yourself. You could either download it through the link down in the description, which is I think mod.io, takes it directly to this maps page where you can download it there and manually install it, or you can go through the game's own mod installer. That's kind of like Steam, where you just go to it, you download it, and it automatically installs it into your game. You can go through either. If you go through the one in-game mod installer, you have to type in winter. You have to type in Winter Wonderland. Just type out the full name or type close to the full name, and you should get it. Again, details are in the description section, so if you want to check out the details, so you can uh, get the details on that to help you find the map or help you. I don't know if you want to donate to them or not. That's up to you, up to the viewer whether they would like to. But yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, and I don't know. I guess until next time, goodbye.